All right, guys, we got ourselves a very interesting video that I wanted to react to. This video came across my feed on YouTube, and it's titled Why I'm Quitting YouTube in 2025, and it is done by a YouTuber named Fritz Gabriel. Shout out to him. And he was very honest and vulnerable about his YouTube journey and basically how he tried to go all in on YouTube and go full time, and it didn't really work out. I have a lot of context and perspective to share here because I've been doing YouTube for basically about 3.5 years now. And I know the struggle of trying to be a YouTuber. And I know a lot of YouTubers who have tried to go full time and it just didn't work out. So anyway, let's watch the video and I'm going to give a lot of perspective here and some game. And yeah, here we go.
Okay. And so this year was my breakthrough year, right? We hit 10,000 subs. I got a couple viral videos. I'm able to share my perspectives in life. And I like that, right? But now let me tell you something, man. The success got to my head.
And it's so funny that he says he has a few viral videos and the success got to his head, because that's not really true. And this is not to, go at him or anything like that. I'm just giving my honest and truthful perspective, guys. He said that he kind of went viral and kind of started blowing up, but not really. He had one video that got 462,000 views. That's amazing. And I've seen plenty of YouTubers who have that one banger video that gets like 500K, 400K, and then they can't figure out how to get a video like that ever again. Like, I've seen so many YouTubers like that. There are YouTubers right now. They're all over the internet. A few years ago, matter of fact, I got one for you right now who was doing that. I just thought of one right now in my head. Let me go ahead and pull her up. This lady was getting millions of views a few years ago, and her channel just completely died. Like, YouTube is so unbelievably hard. Anybody ever heard of Erica Kohlberg? I made a few videos on her back in the day, okay?
I quit because of 10 words that changed.
Sorry, I had to pause that. She's got 2.29 million subscribers, okay? Let's go to her most popular video. She was killing it. 4 years ago, 3.9 million. 3 years ago, 2 million. 1.9. Like, she was just killing it, right? Look at her latest. 23K, 10K, 12K, 14K, 19K. One video took off over here, but overall, channel's nowhere near what it used to be. Like, I see this stuff all the time, folks. And I think one of the main mistakes this brother made is he had one viral video, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's blowing up on YouTube and he made it, but you really haven't. It is true that getting 10,000 subscribers is a huge milestone. As a matter of fact, when I reached 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, YouTube sent me an email and basically told me that only 10% of all YouTubers have 10,000 subscribers, something like that. Like, most people with a YouTube account or even who try to be YouTubers don't even get 10,000 subscribers because a lot of them don't even put in the work that it takes to get there, and they end up quitting after they realize that YouTube is extremely hard. It's not like TikTok where you can post anything and it's really easy to get views. YouTube's a different animal. Anyway, this guy just didn't get nearly enough views to go full-time YouTuber to even think that he's the man on YouTube now, So he had that one video that blew up. Then 3 months ago, he had a video got 75K, then 50K, 50K, 26K, 33K, 22K. Like, I get it. But this isn't blowing up. And you only have 11,000 subscribers. That's not blowing up. Blowing up is you got 500,000 subscribers and every video is getting 100K views. That's blowing up. That's like, at that point, you might actually be able to quit your job if you think that you can sustain that for the next 20 years. That's what I would say. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep watching the video.
And what happened was I made certain changes in my life and God had to humble me. Okay, so what I mean by that is I made a couple thousand on YouTube. Well, so far, well over $5 grand on YouTube, and within the time that I blew up. So I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. I don't really have to work as much. If I just live below my means, I can survive on YouTube AdSense. And so what I did was I transitioned from being full-time to part-time. And as a registered nurse, full-time hours isn't even that bad. It's 3 days.
Oh my goodness, he's a nurse? Wow, this guy's a nurse. He just made a really bad decision here because you're a nurse. Most nurses make like 80K or something. My fiance's mother is a nurse and she makes good money. And yeah, nurses make good money, especially if you've been doing it for a while. Like, you stay in that field and, it could really be a lucrative career. So it's even crazier to me that this guy quit being a nurse to be on YouTube because he made a few $1,000s in, I guess, 1 month on YouTube. I mean, you know, he had that one video that got 462,000 views. I understand how that can seem like a pretty good amount of money because last month, in the month of December, that was the best month this channel ever had. We had 350,000 views on this channel for that month. And the YouTube check from that was really good. It was pretty good. It was the biggest, you know, it was cool. I don't want to talk about finance by myself, but I can understand. But I would never quit my job because that's too small of a sample size for you to say, oh, I'm the man. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit everything I'm doing and just start doing YouTube. Just because you had 1 or 2 good months on YouTube doesn't mean that you're going to be able to sustain that for years. I would say the only way you should quit your job, honestly, I would say never quit your job, because especially if you're making the type of videos that I make and he makes, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Don't get me wrong, it does. YouTube is work, but it also doesn't take a ridiculous amount of effort or time to make a YouTube video. It probably takes me like 30 minutes to make a YouTube video. It really does. All I got to do is match the audio with, you know, with me and, you know, I got to make a thumbnail. I got to brainstorm titles. I do really try to take time and brainstorm titles because a good title can separate whether people click your video or not. So I do take a good 10 minutes to think about titles. I'll write several titles down and kind of pick from them. And then if the video's not doing well, I'll change the title. I do that. I play the YouTube game. I do. And it's been working out. Let's just be honest, right? It's been working out a little bit. So the bottom line is, he made a lot of mistakes. I'm going to break them all down. One of the main mistakes right here is you had a few videos that got some views, and then all of a sudden you quit with only 11,000 subscribers. That just wasn't wisdom, especially with you being a nurse. He's actually kind of in the same boat as me. Obviously, I would never quit my job. I love my job. But the point is, the job that I work now, you know, the job pays pretty well. Like, I do pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So for me, the way that I think is my goal with YouTube has always been side hustles, side jobs, side money. And on top of that, I love doing YouTube. It's insane to me that you can actually make money by just turning on a camera and just talking and sharing your thoughts and people actually watch. It's amazing. That's why I love you guys to this day. It's so crazy that you can even do this. You know, our grandparents never had opportunities like this. So anyway, YouTube for me has always been, and it always will be. I don't see myself ever becoming a full-time YouTuber, because the way that I think is, let's say YouTube gets to the point where it's paying $100,000 a year. Well, the way that I think is, why would I quit my other job when I can make 2 incomes? I can work my main job and keep making that money, and then I can make my YouTube job and keep making that money. And if YouTube is making that much money, then what I could do is I can take my main income job and pay bills and do whatever. And then the side YouTube job, I could just invest all that and try to build wealth, or, you know, whatever you want to do, pay off debts or pay off, whatever you got to do. Everybody's got their own thing, but that's the way that I think. And it's sad that a lot of people don't think that way. I think it is kind of a lazy mindset. There are a lot of people out here who have this dream that they could be the next Penguin Zero. You know, if you don't know what Penguin Zero is, I could type him in real quick. I'm sure everybody knows who that is. He has like 20 million subscribers. He gets 1 million views every video. So he's basically making like $5,000 to $8,000 per video, maybe even more depending on his RPM. Yeah. So he's getting like millions of views every video. And all he does, he puts in like no effort. He just literally sits on the camera and talks. He gets paid a lot of money. A lot of people look at that as a dream. They're like, I would love to do that. I essentially just get to make an 8-minute YouTube video and make $5,000, and then I can just go chill on the beach somewhere and do whatever I want. That's the dream. But that's just not realistic. It's not realistic for most people. The realistic thing is stick with your job, build your YouTube to where it's good side income, and you'll do all right. Let's keep going.
3 days a week, right? And then I said, nah, I'm good. Let me focus on the business. Let me do 2 days a week and then 1 day a week. That's what part-time is. So 2 days 1 week and 1 day the next week. So I completely cut back my hours, hoping and wishing and just betting on myself that I was going to blow up on YouTube, okay? Cool thing is, as a nurse, you're able to pick up if they need you. You know what I mean? So you're able to just pick up more hours and, you know. And so wifey believes in me. So she said, okay. And my wife, she cut down from full-time to per diem, all right? Because we paid off our debt, and I said, hey, listen, let's just take this, just give this a shot. You know, we could be YouTubers, and I could make.
Hey, I do got to give a huge shout out. This man just said he paid off all his debt. Even though he made a really bad decision with the YouTube thing, he's going to be okay because at the end of the day, he paid off his debt. So he's very responsible, and he's definitely a smart guy. Got to give him that. That is amazing that he paid off all his debt.
This YouTube money, yada, yada, yada. And what had happened was my job cut the hours. And when you're part-time, insurance is way more expensive. I'm paying over like $700 a month, basically $800 a month for insurance.
Yeah, that's the other thing that was really dumb too. You know, when you don't work full time, this is why I say working a full-time job is great. I don't know why people think that, you know, being self-employed is the greatest thing ever and the way to go. No, it sucks. Your health insurance is way more expensive. You don't have any benefits. So when you're not working a full-time job and you're on YouTube, you don't get a 401k plan with the match. Like, for example, at my job, I got a 401k and it's a match. And my job gives me a very generous match. It's insane. Like, it's a very high percentage that they give me in my match. So I try to put as much as I can in my 401k. My job also gives me an HSA, which is a health savings account. If you don't know what that is, everybody should have one. I don't pay any medical co-pays or anything like that. I'm actually getting my teeth fixed. They're not the worst ever, but they could use some work. I'm using my HSA to pay for that because I have enough money in my HSA to pay for, you know, I think it's called orthodontic work, like your teeth or whatever. The bottom line is you don't get benefits when you do the self-employed thing. That's why I say the way that I advocate is you work a job, get a side income, and then you build yourself up to whatever you want to do, whether you don't want to work anymore, whatever. But also, I'm a real advocate for find something that you can tolerate. It's not realistic to say that everybody's going to 1,000% love their job because life just doesn't work that way. In an ideal world, you would hope that that would be the case, but it's just not. Like, for example, with me, right? Like, do I love what I'm doing? I don't love what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. Like, I like it. I love the pay. The workload's not insane. I get to work from home, which is amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's stuff like that. So find a job that you can like or tolerate. You know what I mean? That's the way that I look at it. And then get a side income, which I do advocate. I think everybody should have a side income, especially if you're a man. If you're a man in this economy, there's no reason why you shouldn't have two jobs, in my opinion. You should have multiple streams of income. Also, you're never going to get rich unless you have multiple streams of income, in my opinion, unless you like start a business or whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
And so my job cut the hours. They stopped giving hours. I was working at a nursing home, and you guys know I quit. That video went viral. And I quit all my side jobs, all my per diems. And I was just depending on my part-time job and my YouTube AdSense revenue. Now, what happened was life slapped me in the face. I got humbled. Okay, my revenue went from being over thousands of dollars, right, getting paid $2,000 a month, getting paid all this money, to now in December, I'll be lucky if I get over $100. Okay, and so it's actually very funny if you think about it. If you think about it, it's pretty funny. It can show you how God can humble you. I went from making all this money on YouTube. I had to get humbled from my nursing career. They were telling me.
I wouldn't say $2,000 in 1 month is making all this money. I would not say that. I wouldn't go that crazy. But again, I don't know a situation. Actually, I do know a situation. She's a nurse. You make way more monthly as a nurse than you do as a YouTuber making $2,000 a month. So I don't know why he thought that was a lot of money, but okay. I mean, hey.
Hey, man, what happened to your YouTube channel? I thought you was making money. And I was like, yeah, I thought so too. You know, went from getting thousands of views to, you know, getting like hundreds of views. And you guys know that's how we get paid, by the views, because it's like AdSense. You know, these companies want to play commercials. So I appreciate you guys who watch the commercials and watch it through. One of them might pop up right now. Make sure you.
Okay, he's right about that. His channel did collapse, actually. It really did. And that's the thing about YouTube. It is so hard. That's why I give credit to every YouTuber, any YouTuber who's making it out here, because I know how hard it is. So he went from getting 75,000 views, 50,000 views, 400,000 views to, I mean, he's really just, his channel completely died, actually. It's actually kind of sad. Now he only gets 100 views, 200 views, 300 views. Yeah. That's about how many views my second channel gets, which is why I don't put much effort into it as I do on this one. But yeah, my second channel gets like 300 views, and the ad revenue that I get on the second channel is a whopping $1.92. Seriously, yeah, that's really what I get. Sometimes $2 if I'm lucky, you know. So yeah, his channel collapsed so much that, yeah, he's going to have to go back to work. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't realize so many content creators watch my channel, but they really do. How do I know this? Because they be messaging me like crazy. They be emailing me. They be messaging me on Twitter and all kind of stuff, especially over the last like 30 days. Because over the last 30 days, the channel has really gone up. And now you just got people coming out the woodwork like, hey, congrats, man. I've been following you for a long time. I see you're getting views. Good stuff. Let's collab. All that stuff. Which, nope, not collab. I may have said I ain't collab with no YouTubers no more. Them days are over. But I've had a lot of YouTubers, some smaller than me, some bigger than me, who are literally, I've had so many who told me they quit their job and they do YouTube full time. And there's one YouTuber I can think of in my mind who has a really big channel. He doesn't make that many videos though, because his videos are really high effort. And he quit his job. He did YouTube full time. And I remember I was just thinking in my head, like, I don't think that's a good idea. And I kind of told him that. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea, man. Like, you don't put out enough this is what I think. If you have a channel that's that huge and it comes from you making these really high quality videos, then what you should do is you should do what I see a lot of the bigger channels do. A lot of the bigger content creators like a CoffeeZilla or like a Jadion, what they'll do is they'll make a second channel where they just talk and they just live stream. And that channel actually makes most of the money because now they have a big name. So now they get to a point where people will watch whatever they make videos on because they like them that much. It's really like CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla's second channel, he can make a video every day on that second channel, Voidzilla, and that channel would get like at least 500,000 views every video. Like, he could really do that. So, that's kind of where I'm at with it. But yeah, I've had a lot of YouTubers who have talked to me and said, and I was shocked because there's YouTubers who are smaller than me and get less views than me that have told me that, yeah, man, I do YouTube full time. I'm like, really? Like, you must not be making it or surviving. Like, YouTube fluctuates, man. It is not easy at all. It's a hard game. Here we go.
You watch the entire thing, all right? Buy the product while you at it. But in all honesty, I was low-key struggling. And I made videos about it. Everybody here who's a content creator, that takes time. Editing a video takes time. And at the end of the day, we still got bills. You feel me? We still got bills to pay. I have a goal, to be real with you, okay? And that's to pay off my mortgage. That's the journey I'm on now.
I thought he just said he had no debt. A mortgage is debt, my boy. All right, never mind. Got to take back what I said. Okay, well, I guess he paid off all of his debt except for his house, which is still very good. But yeah, if you have a mortgage payment, that's still kind of a debt. I'd say that's debt. That is debt. Unless you're like positive on it, where if you sell it, you make a profit, I guess, then that would be different. But yeah.
All right. We have $128,000 left on my mortgage.
Ooh.
And what I'm doing now is documenting the journey. I'm no longer a YouTuber because I'm not following the trends. I'm not following what the algorithm wants me to post. I'm posting whatever I want, bro.
Ooh.
I don't care.
Oh, no. All right, brother. YouTube 101 class is in session, okay? Now, I've had some haters in the past, especially ever since the channel started doing, better numbers. Thank you guys for that. I have you guys thank for that. There's been some haters, people in the comments. I've had a few who followed me back when my channel was really small. And this typically happens when you start to level up. You're going to have people who wish you were doing the same stuff you were doing that was getting you the same 1,000 views or whatever. Like, for those who don't know, my YouTube journey has been a long one. I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years. The last 3 months is when I finally broke that, I took that next step where instead of every video getting the same 2,000, 3,000 views, now I'm at the point where every video at the very least gets 15,000 views for the most part, depending on what subjects I make about, which is incredible. Very happy about that. Very pleased with that. But there's a reason for that, right? This guy is saying, I don't want to, what I was saying about people in my comments is, a lot of people have been in my comments and they're like, oh, you sold out to the algorithm. You sold out and, you're not making the same videos anymore. We want you to go after finance grifters again. Go back to going after me, Kevin, which is how I first, started growing my channel. You haven't made a video on me, Kevin, in a while. Make videos on grifters again, blah, blah. But what they don't understand is, had I kept doing that, I would have been stuck in the box. See, people say that you sell out to the algorithm, but what they don't understand is the algorithm goes based off of what your audience likes. So when people say you're selling out to the algorithm, you're just stupid. It's not the algorithm that you're selling out to. you're giving your audience what they want. This guy's about to make a huge mistake. He's saying, screw it. I'm just going to do whatever I want. You know, forget the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing that the reason why your channel has collapsed is because either your content's not good enough. You got to find ways to make better content. I had to figure this out. I really did. Maybe up the quality. You know, for example, videos in the car, probably not the best idea. Get yourself a green screen. I got one right behind me. Get yourself a better quality camera. I don't record on a camera. I record on an iPhone. Most of you guys know that. Get a nice mic. You know, there's different things that you could do. But the bottom line is, part of the reason why I finally figured out YouTube a little bit and got better is because I realized that you got to make videos that your audience wants. It's not selling out. It's giving your audience what they want. If you're talking about nursing and the struggle or whatever this guy was talking about, and then the next thing you know, you randomly just start talking about cooking, yeah, your views are going to collapse. We didn't subscribe to you for that. We didn't subscribe to you to learn how to cook spaghetti. We subscribe to you for this. You know what I mean? You got to stick within your niche. Once you build an audience, you got to keep that audience coming. And then here's where YouTube gets really hard. Not only do you have to make your main audience happy so they click your video and the algorithm pushes it out, because for those who don't understand the algorithm, I will explain it. It's very simple, actually. The way it works is you make certain titles, certain thumbnails, your video can go viral because you could get that many people to click it, okay? The other thing is YouTube shows your videos to your subscribers and your audience first. If your audience clicks the video and watches it more than your other videos, YouTube algorithm will go crazy and recommend it to more people. If your audience does not, YouTube won't recommend it as much because they think it's a bad video. The algorithm is saying, hey, this guy's own audience isn't clicking this video or watching it as long. This must be a bad video. We're not going to recommend it. Instead, we're going to recommend these other videos more that are getting more clicks and being watched longer. Because at the end of the day, what does YouTube want? They want you to watch YouTube longer. They want you to be on YouTube as long as you can. So if they're not watching this video, oh crap, we got to show these guys videos that are going to keep them on our platform. We want them to be on our platform as much as they're on Netflix. So, okay, we can't show that video. Let's show this one. Let's show that one. Let's show Mr. Beast. Let's show this person. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of how that works, okay? Let's keep going. Holy cow, there's a long video.
How much money I make? Like I said, if we get $100 this month, guess what, man? I'm buying some diapers and I'm calling it a day. But I'm still posting, right?
Terrible
I'm
idea.
still showing up every single day.
Not a good
You're gonna
idea.
get tired of seeing my big head on your screen, on your home
Your head
screen.
is
You're gonna be
big.
like, this guy again, damn it. But the thing is, I made a decision.
All right, well, that's it. I think I've reacted to more than enough. Hopefully this guy sees my video and, you know, learns from it, because I honestly think that what I'm saying could actually help. As somebody who's been doing YouTube, I think I've been doing it longer than him. Let's see. How long has this guy been doing YouTube? Yep, I've been doing YouTube longer than him. Yep, I've been here way longer than he has. So, yeah. Hopefully he listens. Hopefully he comes across my video somehow. He probably won't, but I hope at the very least somebody gets into his ear and tells him that you're making a huge mistake, just thinking that you could just make videos on anything you want, like your Penguin Zero. Like, nope, you can't do that. You got to stick to your niche, and you got to make videos that your audience wants to watch. And yes, do not ever quit your job. Do not quit your job until you go an entire year of getting more than 40,000 views a video. Okay, you could do that. You could be full time, because that's a lot of money. Okay, all right. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, you were the greatest. I'm not gonna do that. But honestly, if you made it to the end of this video, you're amazing. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. I love giving my thoughts and opinions on stuff like this. And yeah, that's today's video. I gotta go to work in like 10 minutes. So yeah, gotta bump this computer on, get it booted and everything, and do my thing. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.